A big thank you to our sponsors over at TaxCalc for making this video possible. If you're not familiar with the brand, then you really should be. TaxCalc makes award-winning professional accounting, tax, practice management and communications products, and they are trusted by over 9,500 firms across the country, including mine. Check them out at taxcalc.com, and I'll also pop a link in the description for you to give it a try. Now back to the video.
Aaron said, by money saving, do you mean tax? Is the living cost not extortionate? So a couple of things with that. The living cost can be high out here. Depends what you do and how you live. You know, if you want to eat out every day, then yeah, it is expensive. Rent has gone through the roof this year out in Dubai because everybody wants to be here. So it's pushed prices up absolutely crazy amounts. But yes, when I say money saving, it's a couple of things. So mostly it's tax, because the amount of tax I was paying in the UK is extortionate, obscene, if you like. I feel personally violated by the amount of tax that I've been paying. So yeah, I'm set to save a huge amount of money, way more than it costs for our family to live out here. We'll still be much better off financially, but also because there's such huge business opportunities out here, and without even trying really, there's a lot of money to be made. It's a great place. How long do you think you will stay in Dubai? A minimum of 2 years, definitely. I've got some goals. I'd like to make £1 million tax-free money out here in the next 2 years. That's my goal. I have no qualms sharing that with the world. Whether I'll do that or not, I don't know, but that's what I'm setting myself. So yeah, if I can do that in 2 years, then I'll be home, back to the UK, and yeah, we'll see what happens after that. But yeah, 2 years minimum, and then we'll see. Might be longer than that, but I think it will be that as a minimum. How can you provide accountancy services to UAE businesses when you are a UK accountant? Do you intend to employ accountants qualified in the UAE? So I'm ICAW, Jane, and that's internationally recognised. So I can provide those services out here. You know, I studied under international accounting standards, which is how they are prepared over here. So yeah. Do I intend to employ accountants qualified in the UAE? No, I don't have any intention to at the moment. Maybe as time goes on, depends how busy we get out here, I might do, but yeah, not at the moment. Me should be enough for now. The confidence and mindset coach. Hey, is there a recommended amount of turnover a company should have before making it worthwhile? Do you mean making moving to Dubai worthwhile? It's not really about turnover. I would say it's about profit, tax, opportunity. I mentioned earlier, but like for me, the main issue is my personal tax liability that I wanted to wipe out, not my corporation tax liability, because 19% going up to 25% in April, tapered, is not it. I know it is a lot, obviously, for small business. Like, I don't feel that that's a lot in isolation. It's that combined with a huge personal tax bill, which just wipes out more than half of what I earn that I can't deal with. So no, there isn't a recommended amount of turnover. I think you need to look at your profit, your tax bill, what it would cost you to live out here, and kind of weigh it all up, really. Tessin has said, is the plan to hit the 1 million target with the Accountancy Wealth Academy or other things you have planned? So the £1 million target I have is that I want to save that amount of money. So that needs to be in excess of, obviously, all my living costs and things like that. I have a few different businesses, so it will be a combination of the income that I take from those businesses. So my UK accountancy practice, my wealth academy for accountants and bookkeepers, and then my new business out here for forming companies in the UAE, doing accounts, bookkeeping, VAT, all of that for UAE companies. So yeah, all of those businesses combined, and a couple of other businesses that I have. I do one-to-one coaching, mentoring, I have a video company. I have a few things going on. So I want to have an excess of £1 million to come home with. Suraj said, what would you say is a good amount of money to earn to have a good lifestyle in Dubai? By good lifestyle, I mean a decent place with shared access to pool, gym, etc. I'm a recently qualified ACA in the UK. Firstly, congratulations being an ACA. We are a rare breed. But no, that's amazing. Well done for getting through the exams. I can't answer that question because, you know, I've got a family. There's 4 of us. You know, I've got 2 children, my husband, me. We have to have a certain amount of money for like the school we've chosen, the house that we've chosen, but I wouldn't know what all the other costs are. You know, if you don't have kids, like maybe you live in a different area, maybe, and I don't know what the prices are to live there. So I'm really sorry, that's not really something I can answer. I would say if you compare it to like living in Mayfair in London, that's probably a good place to start. It's about the same. Obviously, exchange rate is not great at the moment at all, and it's really killing people that are living out in Dubai that are earning in pounds and sterling. So hopefully that will recover at some point. So Aaron has said, so are you still running smooth in the UK? Yes, Aaron, I am. Yeah, to the extent that I ran it before I moved. It's exactly the same. Like, the team are all amazing and they just crack on. So they contact me if they need me for anything, which they rarely do. Alistair again from Breaking the Mold Accounting. Is your own business in Dubai then regulated? Is accounting regulated in Dubai also an ACA? My Dubai accounting business, so it's very similar to the UK in that, like, you don't have to be qualified to be an accountant out here. You do to be an auditor. Like, ICAW is internationally recognised, so if I'm working out here on anything UK based, then that would all be covered by ICAW. Anything UAE based wouldn't, but I'm not doing auditing or anything like that. It's just bookkeeping. So yeah, I'm still covered, if you like. How long do you have to be a citizen in Dubai to claim 0% tax on personal income? Is UK income included in that? So that's not a straightforward, like, black or white answer. It's complicated. So like, I've got a 30-page tax report for me personally, how I am to become non-resident. It's dependent on your own situation. So Dubai can issue a tax residency certificate if you're here for 6 months of the year. But that doesn't mean you wouldn't be tax resident in the UK. So you need to speak to a tax specialist, basically. So we do a lot of reports for clients where we will establish their tax residency, whether they're resident in the UK, whether they have to pay UK income tax on their earnings, how many days they're allowed to come home for, because again, that's different for everybody. So we do a lot of work with clients on that. And I cannot stress enough how important it is to check properly, because so many people will just go online and be like, oh, it's fine, I can go home for 90 days, or I can go home for 183 days, or whatever. And it's like, what are you doing? That's not necessarily right. Like, the statutory residency tests are so complicated. Even for tax specialists, they're complicated. So you need to get specialist advice. So it's not a case of how long you've been in Dubai to not have to pay UK tax. And if you're based in the UK, I can't speak for any other countries because that's the only one I know about, you need to be more cautious about the UK tax position, because there is no personal tax in Dubai. So almost don't worry too much about whether you're resident in Dubai or not. You can worry about that, especially if you want to claim under the double tax treaty, but ultimately go through the statutory residency test and see if you're resident or not based on those. So Henna has said, how much on average does it cost to set up a company in Dubai? So it depends whether you set up a free zone company, Henna, or a mainland company. They're the two different types of company you can set up in Dubai. I set up a free zone company. I charge 40,000 dirhams to form a one visa license company. So if there was just one of you that wanted to be out here with a company, so roughly £10,000. And that will cover the company formation and your residency visa for living out here as well. It really ranges. It depends who you deal with and who you want to set it up for you. And, like I said, if you want mainland company, I don't deal with those. They're a lot more expensive because there's a lot more needed to set those up. So Ramesh has said, I'm an entrepreneur from Denmark and I want to set up a business in Dubai. So how about corporate tax and income tax for a Danish national? So I don't know about the Danish tax system. You would need to get an expert over there to advise you on that. But from Dubai's perspective, if you are living over here and you end up being non-resident, then you have no personal tax to pay in Dubai, but you will have 9% corporation tax from next June, 1st of July. 30th of June, the rules come in next year. So yeah, 9% on your profits above a certain threshold, no personal tax. I will close out with this because I think this is really important. Being in Dubai, I've only been here about 3 weeks. I've sort of got inundated and I've been really busy working for the new business and I didn't really see that coming, and now it has. I see the warning signs a mile away. This took me years previously and I didn't do anything about it. So straight away I've gone, hang on a second, I don't want to be busy working all the time. It's not about the money. Like, I know I talk about how I love money. I love it. I do, but not at the expense of my time. Absolutely not. So I'm always want to earn more money, always, and I'm always trying to work less. So I try and push those two variables apart all the time. I'm not prepared to work more to earn more. So although I'm launching a business out here, it's like, I want to launch it in a way that doesn't really need me, so I can still be around by the pool every day with the kids and stuff. That's what I want. So I'm conscious of that now, and I will make that happen now. I will not become a victim to all these people that are constantly messaging me, wanting Zoom calls, wanting advice, wanting to set up in Dubai. Like, that's great, but I have seen it already now and I've gone, whoa, that's fine. I don't want to turn the business away, but I will make sure I have a process, a team, and a system that means I don't have to do any of it and I can still make really good money. That's what I want.